This is the Light My Fire, and I'm going to tell you why I've kept this thing for the last decade. I'm a pretty avid backpacker, and I've been using this thing in many trips for over the last 10 years, including backpacking in places like Yosemite, Northeast, Oregon, many places in Washington, and several places in British Columbia, such as the one of Fuca and Strathcona Park and a few other places. So I've been using it pretty extensively and have a lot of experience just with general hiking and camping. So I'm going to use that experience to hopefully tell you a little bit about this weird contraption. So I'm not paid by the Light My Fire folks, but you can find these things for about $40 at Amazon, their website, or how I found it at REI. And it's about 375 grams if you're really weight sensitive. You're doing any sort of through hiking, PCT stuff or whatever. But for the most part, I don't really notice the weight extensively. The Light My Fire that I got includes a lid, the bowl, a cutting board, a sippy cup, a little snack container, and a spork. Everything is made out of this really hard BPA-free plastic, and I found that to be pretty good. I didn't find myself using the snack container all that much. It's kind of not super useful on the trail, I found. But I don't know, some of you might find that useful. But I did find that I used the cutting board quite a bit for cutting veggies and just having another dirt-free kind of counter for cooking. I'm overall pretty happy with it, obviously, since I've kept it this long. So here's the positive things about our Light My Fire meal kit. We have these pretty nice rounded corners, which make it really easy to clean and kind of get stuff out of, you know. I find that when you have just the mug and sport combo, like that's a pretty easy solution. A lot of backpackers use that. But I find you're kind of having to dig to get any sort of good chunks out of the meal, and this makes it a bit easier to kind of, I don't know, to get stuff out of the corners, and it's just a little minor thing that makes you that much happier in the pouring rain when it's, you know, you just want to get your dinner and go to sleep. Everything's really sturdy, as I said before. It's a really hard, you know, plastic, and it's really, really rugged. You know, it's only a few minor scratches, even though it bounced around quite a bit. Everything's really compact, you know, everything fits relatively nicely, and it can fit in the brain or an outside compartment of your backpack, and it's not too bad. I found it's not terrible. I often found that the second lid can be used as kind of a second bowl. So let's say you got a buddy coming along hiking with you, you can have the main bowl and the second bowl, and you can kind of split the food that way pretty easily. And obviously this thing's lasted forever, you know, so if that's not enough an endorsement, I don't know what it is. You know, it's gotten bonked around quite a bit. It's almost looks brand new, so thumbs up. Now for some of the bad stuff about this. Obviously I don't have the fork knife spork thing that it comes with. I broke that pretty early on when I was trying to dig out something or other. The plastic broke on me, unfortunately. So I've been using this 3-kit camelback thing, which fits inside the meal kit with it, which is pretty handy. So, I mean, there's obviously replacements out there. You can go and get, you know, a plastic or a metal spork thing anywhere. But I thought I'd note that it did break on me, which is unfortunate. The triangular shape can be a bit annoying. The corners, you know, kind of stick out a bit, so if you have a certain compartment you really want to put this into, it might, I don't know, the angles might be kind of annoying to deal with, and I find that sometimes it's just like a bit too tight and it looks like it's going to break or something. I don't know. You might find it annoying. And it doesn't flatten down, so it's a hard plastic. It's not a nice rubber like the Sea to Summit collapsible bowls that they've got. So that's all you're dealing with. That's your maximum and minimum amount right there. And I find that it does fit in most compartments, but it's not going to be nice and just completely flat. So something to keep in mind. Here's the Light My Fire meal kit. I got a red one, as you can see here. And I'm just going to cook up some oatmeal and pour some cold water into it and show you how to eat out of the bowl, basically, and how that's all about. So it's kind of nice and simple. This is pretty watery and super gross oatmeal, but just to showcase the fact that the corners are really nice and it's a pretty deep bowl, so whatever you've got going on, your ramens or mountain houses, it's not too bad. I kind of like it. But I would definitely go with a different kind of oatmeal. This stuff is not great. Anywho, light my fire. I hope this video was at least a little bit informative and perhaps entertaining. I appreciate that you've watched it all the way through. So, goodbye.